Continuar. Ah. Shulsky, this yours?
Ah, tem 5
That's
portas
right.
ali.
Then take it and get out of here.
Thank you.
Mas tá. Pode não, né, velho? Posso mexer aqui, ó. Ah, o Bloom. Eu não curto o Bloom. Bom. Aqui. Seis pontos ali. Ah. Calma aí. Tá. Tá. É. Ah. Ali a saída, né? E como? Tem uma coisa pra ler pra cá? Não. Esse trouxa aí, ó. Vou ficar aí. Isso aqui. Ah. E o bonde restaura e ajuda Rasputin Help. Uh. Pegar mais esse daqui ou a gente já upa isso aqui? Pegar. Tem esse aqui, mano. Vou colocar mais um aqui. A gente ter mais fontes aqui. Ó, tem muita coisa. Vou tirar essas coisas daqui. É mais fácil. Tá. Reduz o foco adicional do ponto de inimigo. Então isso aqui tem que colocar aqui, ó. É incrível damage. 100% distante do damage. Ah, restore o foco em 3. Eu vou colocar aqui, ó. 60% de chance de deixar o inimigo lento. 50% de interromper o inimigo plano. Sobrou mais um para dar upgrade. Vamos pegar esse aqui, ó. Colocar mais outro. Pera aí. Gimbal. Merda que eu fiz, pera aí. Não tá certo. Ali dá pra colocar mais upgrade, eu acho. Esse aqui o anda. Esse aqui. Pra cá. Ok. Propaganda. Mapa. Nossa, eu tô aqui, ó. Calma aí. Mapa grande da porra, velho. Tô aqui. Fechado, fechado. Eu tenho que ir pra onde? Fechado aqui. Fechado. Às vezes tem alguma coisa aqui pra pegar. Tá fechado. Não. Não vou pegar não. Balcard, velho. Vou rolê pra ver se a gente pega alguma coisa pra cá. Galerinha conversando aqui. Turu, turu, turu. Engraxate. Tá o quê? Vienna Station. Que foi quando... Foi onde eu cheguei, né? O que que é? Ah, posso pegar trem? Interessante. Tem o quê? Locais fechados. Dá pra entrar aqui dentro? É. Muitos locais fechados. Esse bagulhozinho aqui que eu tenho que pegar. Certo. Aqui pra baixo tem o quê? Livro, livro, livro. Interessante, ó, mano. Cemitério. Digamos cemitério. Tem stamp, locked. Tem que ir pra ali. Dentro. É. Mas eu vou ver se tem alguma coisinha pra coletar. Trem. Fechado. Nossa, tem vários locais que estão fechados, né? E deve ter outro negócio, ó. Vizinho. What the fuck? Isso aqui me dá experiências. Olha. Certo. Experiências. Deu? Acho que já tem isso aqui. Pena, ó. É a Frígida Mage. Ó, interessante, então, Randall. Beleza. Nossa, agora tá mais caro as coisas. Mais caro. Pera aí. Cara, muito bem feito. Muito bem feitinho. Caprichadinho. Caprichado, né? Interessante. É só pro soque. Bem.
I'm sure you don't remember me. My name's Hayat, Mordecai Hayat. I wanted to offer my condolences.
Thank you.
Please, forgive my prying. I know Mr. Shulsky took nitroglycerin for his heart, but how did he pass away? Was that his cause of death? His heart?
I'm curious myself. I haven't had a chance to find out.
Yes, I understand. My condolences, once again. I'll leave you alone. I'm sure you want to bid farewell to your father.
LT. Mordek Jarate. Estranho. Warning.
I think I ought to arrest you, Thaumaturge. Put your hands down. Someone might see. You still haven't figured out who I am? Don't be surprised. The last time we saw one another, was 20 kilos ago.
Uncle Veronian?
I will not keep you. The guy's probably all alone back there, among those vultures circling Stasio. I'm sure she'll be glad to see you. Go on. We'll talk later.
Sluski Family Mausoleum.
Sister?
Victor. I'm so glad you came. I wasn't sure if my telegram had reached you.
I'm glad too. How are you holding up?
All this caught me off guard, but for now I don't have time to think things through calmly. Look at yourself. What happened?
Have you written to Mother?
Yes, but what can you expect? You know what Nadia is like. It was never her style to show up for family events like this. It's getting late, and we've still got the reading of Papa's will ahead of us at home. And I'll leave you two alone. I suppose you've got your own matters to clear up.
Fine, let's get this over with. So, it was me who got it right in the end. Back then, on the train platform, was the last time we saw one another. 15 years ago.
Ed Obituário.
After brief suffering, fell asleep in the Lord. Brief? I hope not. Did you write this yourself? A tyrant, bigot, and liar, mistakenly absolved, died after suffering all too briefly. That's better. Definitely closer to the truth. I'm sorry there are so many things I didn't get to say to your face. All those years, I said them over and over to myself in my head. How you were never able to admit a mistake. You never sought blame in yourself. Someone else was always guilty, never you. Mother because she wanted something for herself in life. Ligia because she wasn't born a boy. Me because I was born a Thaumaturge, but I didn't want to live following your principles. And now... The day you died, you visited me in my dreams. I was a child when you hounded me out of here, and I remember you as you were back then. But in my dream you looked older. You gave me hell as usual. You didn't believe I'd succeed. You were wrong. I've come back with 2 saluters. Farewell, Father.
Am I intruding?
I was reflecting at the grave of my beloved father.
You tricked me. I heard something else. Stanisław and I were acquainted. You might say I knew everything about your father. Mr. Victor Szulski, isn't it? Your absence from Warsaw has happily come to an end, I hope.
I haven't had time to think about it.
I understand. I hope you'll find some reason to stay here a little longer. Again, my condolences.
I didn't catch your name.
My name's Kanieczkin. Ivan Kanieczkin. Goodbye.
Such interesting friends you had. I guess I'm more tired than I thought. Grandpa and you call him a Thaumaturge. I barely remember him. Great-grandmother Josefina, a Thaumaturge.
Pena.
We can go. The hardest thing was getting the lid of the urn. The scattering I could handle.
You can play the clown, but I know how much this has cost you. I'm glad you went.
Love at a funeral. Eros post-mortem. Is it suitable for a young lady in mourning to fraternize with bachelors? Konstancja Shabłowska, the Warsaw Courier. Could I ask for a brief comment?
Hyena.
Thank you. And you, sir?
I can sort it out, but it might cause you some trouble.
It's not worth getting your hands dirty over.
Get out of here, or I might decide you're attacking an Imperial official, and you'll wake up tomorrow in the Citadel.
Are you threatening me, Judge?
I'm actually sparing you from him. Would you rather try your luck with a Thaumaturge? Come on, children. I'm sure my Pietia is already waiting for us at home.
I'd love to see my cousin.
Are you coming with us?
Thanks.
Get in. I'm sure the lawyer is already waiting for us.
Entendi nada aqui. Certo. Aqui tem o quê? Ah, aquela que eu tava já.
Miss, your guests have arrived. The lawyer's upstairs too, waiting. A trifle jittery. Wonder if the tea I made him was too strong.
Thank you, Grażyna, dear. Let the guests wait. First, I want to take care of the will.
I'll just wet my whistle and join you all upstairs.
Make sure Uncle makes it upstairs sober. And I'll suggest you don't dawdle either.
Master Victor, good God! Half your face covered, but I could tell right away it was you. You looked just like your father in his youth. Completely his spitting image. Should I make you some cocoa, Master? It would warm you up a little.
Make an extra creamy one for Ligia.
Oh, I won't skimp on her. Now, your sister's putting a brave face on all this, but she's really having a hard time. It's lovely to see you again. But that's enough jabber for now. I've got the guests and the cocoa, and I've got to whip up some food for you all later. We'll talk soon.
Assaltante de gente. Oh, fuck.
I don't want to put my foot in my mouth again. I already failed to recognize someone once today. But you look familiar.
Well, I should think so. I was the victim of one of your starling hunts. Voronins must not be very memorable, cousin.
Pietia! Forgive me, and for shooting you as well. How are you doing?
Just some heart problems, not a subject for today. I'm sorry about Uncle Stanislav. Forgive me for not coming to the funeral. I can't bear cemeteries.
We'll have to meet up again.
Goodbye.
Adrenalina, inclide o damage. Oromi.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. I thought I'd have to drink alone.
So many goodies laid out for the guests. Having trouble picking something for yourself, Judge?
But this was Stashio's. It was special. Amber liqueur with quinces.
I think you mean quince liqueur with amber, right? If it's not here, I'm sure it's in the basement. But I won't grope around down there in the dark now. I've got my hands full.
Now, I don't want to trouble you either. Victor, could you track down a little bottle for your uncle?
I suppose I'm obligated to accept this mission.
Good lad. A nephew like you is a treasure.
Temos dois aqui, ó. Vá para o Fata Studio que rediviu. Calma aí. Ok, bagulho. Green Scary. Arden. Gente pra caramba aqui, velho. Certo, vamos ver esse basicamente. Ó. Pinote, orégano. Aí, porra. Licor.
How did it go? Mission accomplished?
Ó. Eu adquiri o poderoso quando eu adquiri Nossa.
I think this is the one Uncle wanted.
Yes. This is our little funeral battle. We'll
Pega.
meet in Stasha's study after every funeral we went to, and raise a toast to the dead. And recently, we've been seeing one another more and more at such events. More and more. But this time, even he has left me. So, to an easy death, as Stasha and I used to say.
How did he die?
Hasn't Lygia told you?
I haven't even had the chance to ask.
He didn't suffer, but such images in the memory are better saved for later. I'd prefer to remember him as he was alive. What then? Am I drinking alone? I suppose there's no reason to bear grudges or be angry, is there? Eustachio?
To an easy death.
Familiar faces keep vanishing from my life. Eustachio and my Helena before him. I miss my little darling. I miss them both. Well, obligation fulfilled. Shall we get to the reading of the will?
Yes, let's find out what my father hasn't left me.
Let's begin if everyone is ready. Would you all please take a seat? Ladies and gentlemen, by the power of my office vested in me by the grace of His Imperial Majesty, the Emperor of all Russia, I hereby testify. Mr. Shulski's last will and testament were prepared several years ago in the presence of Zaslav Fedorov, Esquire, that is, myself. My last will and testament recorded in the year of our Lord 1888. In the name of the Holy Trinity. Amen. Therefore, my first irrevocable wish is to appoint as executrix of this will my daughter Ligia Szulska. Immediately after my death, an inventory shall be conducted in full accordance with the law. After completing the inventory, all my personal movables will be sold at public auction. And let the funds raised thereby be donated on the anniversary of my death to the beggars near that cemetery. The administration of the remainder of my fortune I leave, without restriction, to the person of my daughter Ligia.
I'm not even getting a teaspoon.
All movables and immovables relating to the family enterprise I entrust to the care and administration of my daughter. I do not prescribe a method of administering them. I merely offer her one piece of advice. I wish that the business should be conducted with modesty, prudence, and honesty, as I have conducted it my whole life.
A joker to the very end.
To my brother-in-law and oldest friend, Alexander Voronin, I wish to leave the following: my collection of muskets and 2 revolvers, dating to the uprising in memory of our first meeting.
Eustachio, I will have plenty to do in my retirement.
Enjoy your retirement. Now, Mr. Fedorov, what did my father leave my mother?
Victor, be serious.
Nothing. There is a special item reflecting the absolute lack of any bequest to my former spouse, Nadia Fyodorovna Voronina.
Congratulations, bot. Say which you want.
I would also like to come to the aid of my only son, Viktor Szulski, by entrusting him with the use of my personal black grimoire, in the hope that he will be able to make good use of it. This is my last will and testament. Carry it out solemnly, though you may have found it burdensome. However, this last bequest poses a certain problem.
Yes, it certainly does. And what is that, may I ask?
I am not in possession of this grimoire. The late Mr. Szulski used it up until his death, yet no one left it with me after his passing.
Meaning it's disappeared?
Black Grimoire.
Did father have his grimoire on him at the time of his death?
It was only because of the grimoire that we could identify him at all.
What actually happened? How did he die?
A building collapsed on top of him. I don't know any other way of putting it.
The grimoire. Could someone have taken it?
Perhaps, in all that confusion.
But why would anyone want Papa's grimoire? An ordinary person won't use it. Would the Thaumaturge just happen to be passing by?
Father had all his knowledge in there, but I don't know if it would be useful to someone other than him. I don't even know why he left it to me.
I'm sure Stasio had a reason.
A building? It collapsed on top of him? How? How did this happen?
It was a day like any other. Papa had gone for his habitual walk. Every Tuesday and Thursday, he'd take a stroll to get some space, as he put it. When he didn't come back for a long time, I got the bad feeling something had happened. Then...
We rode there together. An entire wall of a tenement had collapsed. There were 3 victims, including Stasio, who had the bad luck to simply be walking by. To see him there in that condition, it's beyond description.
Where did it happen? Where was this building?
The southern part of Śródmieście, not far from the police station. Anyway, you can miss it.
Of all the possibilities, this was the death that fate prepared for him.
I foresaw a slightly more pleasant end for him, myself. I doubt even he deserved such a horrible death.
Those might be the kindest words you've ever said on the subject of a father.
How typical of his sort of person, to keep a portrait in his study of a family that was only a family on canvas. Not long after the painting was done, he got divorced, ruined Dziedzicus, and kicked out his son. But there the portrait hangs, as if family meant anything at all.
I don't know what exactly happened with Abourice, but I know that Papa felt guilty. You don't want to forgive him even now that he's gone?
The dead need no forgiving. And as for forgetting, I don't know how. It's just a shame about the grimoire.
What do you intend to do?
And where are Father's things at the moment?
You're standing at the very center of his kingdom. Not everything has been sorted through yet, but you go right ahead.
And the store? I should check that too.
I've started stock-taking there to distract myself, and I don't want you to go in there before I've finished.
As you wish. I think we have to look for the answer in the place where it happened.
With your sight, you can make out more in those ruins than I, or Uncle, or Detective could. This is a good lead, but is it the only one?
Father evidently knew a certain Ivan Konieczkin. Have you heard anything about him?
Konieczkin? No, doesn't ring a bell.
All sorts of people came to Papa's store. That doesn't mean every one of them might know something about the grimoire.
That's true. You've got your work cut out for you.
And Mordechai Chayat. Could that be a lead?
I don't think so. He worked with Father, but he left more than a year ago. I don't know why. He was an assistant at our, well, my store.
Do you know where I might find him?
Sadly, no.
Do you have any other ideas?
Now at least I can see how little I know. Maybe these scraps of information will lead me somewhere.
Well, now that we know what's got to be figured out, forgive me, my darlings. I'm going to give my old bones a rest.
I'll see you out.
Goodbye, Uncle. And, Ligia. I'm sorry it happened this way. That I wasn't close by.
The most important thing is you're here now.
Da hora, tem a sopinha dele. Tem outra escada aqui? Coleção de livro. Tá. 2 leves, hein? Só 2. Eu peguei? Esse cara quer.
How do you find our old stomping ground? Yes, I'm not too fond of this place either. This is where I had my last conversation with my father, just before I left. If you can call it a conversation. Can you see my dreams? Nightmares, actually. Ever since I decided to come back, I keep reliving the same memory. The loan shark incident. I've been seeing his death more and more lately. I wonder if his shop is still there. Perhaps we should go there and check.
Rolled 4.
Have you found anything yet about the grimoire? Is there any way I can help?
What's next for you? You're in charge here now. Have you got some kind of grand scheme?
A grand scheme? Oh, for now, I'm just trying to keep my head above water. Certain customers are unconvinced that a woman can handle running a business. What's worse, a woman without powers. You know what I mean. A thaumaturge at my side would shut them all up. After all, it's your heritage too.
I don't think I'd be much use. I'm a lousy thaumaturge and I lack the necessary skills. I wouldn't know how to palm off all these oddities and antiques that Father used to sell.
Thank you, Victor. You've just reassured me that Papa left the business to the right child. I trust the smoke doesn't bother you.
In Father's study, I found a trace of a woman that I couldn't identify.
Probably Svetlana Rumyantseva.
Where can I find her?
When she's in town, she stays at the Imperial Hotel.
She might know something that will help me find the grimoire.
Not so fast. To get in, you're going to need me and my connections. Svetlana is famous for her soirees where she hosts the crème de la crème of Warsaw.
What's a soiree?
How long did you say you lived with Mother in Paris? Just a party, if you like. Do you know what that is?
Very funny.
We could go together. How about you track down some evening clothes and I'll sort out the invitation. And I won't take no for an answer.
Sadly, you never give me a chance. Unfortunately, everything in my wardrobe is antediluvian. I need a tailor.
There's a shop at 11 Pruzhna Street that's fairly decent and quick. We also have barbers in Warsaw in case you want to do something about whatever you have growing on your head and face.
Liga?
Yes?
You used to detest the smell of tobacco. You'd hold your breath going into Father's study.
That's true, but when I'd stay here, alone with Papa, and somehow over the years I got used to it. I don't know when I started copying him even.
Daddy's girl. You were always closer to him.
That's not true. I was just less rebellious than you, his Thaumaturge son. Now come on, what else is on your mind?
The trousers are an original style. Until now, I'd only seen women in trousers in the East.
First of all, they're practical. It's the 20th century. It's high time we started dressing comfortably.
You've always been brave, never afraid of anything or anybody. Like when Mother almost had a fit because you dumped my best tie in hot cocoa.
I didn't care that she was angry. I wanted to get you back for not wanting to play with me.
Because you were being too annoying.
You meant to say brave. By the way, Grażyna still makes cocoa every evening. You can conjure up the flavor of childhood if you want. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I'll get going.
Que da hora.
Master Victor, let me guess. Have you come for some hot cocoa?
Another time, Grażyna.
Carai.
I'll get out of your way.
Always ample work, but I can always snatch a moment for a chit-chat with you, Master. Maybe you've got a hanker.
Would there happen to be anything stronger?
I see you're all grown up. There's still a little homemade liqueur if Judge Voronin's not polished it all off. Help yourself. It's been an age since we've seen one another. I'm glad you're back. Mistress Ligia is really struggling with everything.
And so, the great Stanisław Szulski is dead, crushed by a building. Can't say I'd wish a death like that on anybody.
An awful death. Sheer cruelty. Mr. Szulski didn't deserve it. Now all we can do is think back on what a wonderful man he was.
That won't take long. Ligia won't open up to me, but how is she doing?
She's having a rough time, the poor dear. Her heart is heavy, though she doesn't show it. But she's strong. She keeps her chin up and doesn't give in. And it's good she's got you to help now, Master. Only she started smoking like a chimney. She takes after her father, no question about it.
So, this death, what do you make of it, Grażynka?
I'll tell you in confidence, Master Shulsky. Now, I'm a simple woman, but something about your father's death doesn't sit right with me.
How do you mean, Grażynka?
Don't you suspect some impure powers had a hand in it?
Do you mean it could have something to do with Thaumaturge?
That I don't know. Look at us jabbering while there are potatoes not peeled. Forgive me, Master.
Another time, Grażynka. I'll get out of your way.
Always ample work, but I can always snatch a moment for a chit-chat with you, Master.
The telephone. Oh my, that sure is noisy. Hello?
I talk here? Do you hear me now? Victor? Victor, are you there?
Grigori? Yes.
Victor, where are you?
On the other end of the line, at home, where the telephone rang.
Incredible.
How did you know I have a telephone at home?
Something's interrupting you, Victor. I am telecommunicating with you to say I found lodgings here in Warsaw. If you need me, I'm by the cemetery. What number is it? Yes, 7 Powaskowska Street. Number 7 by cemetery. Powaskowska.
I'm glad. It's good to hear your voice.
It's good to hear you as well. Goodbye. I want to end now. What do I... like this? Wonderful device. Remarkable. Hello? Oh, and now?
Visite o barbeiro, velho. Tem 11 bagulho aqui, ó. Aqui moram. Opa. Quantos pontos? Aqui, ó. Ah, eu posso esperar o tempo.
Let's wait. Let's wait until...
Interessante. Interessante. Pontos de interesse. Pontos de interesse em 2. Temos... Nossa senhora, é grande, hein, velho. Vamos esses pontos de interesse aqui, ó. Tem um bem aqui. Pronto. Barbeiro, pelo amor de Deus, né? Deixa eu ver. Ih. Pronto. Ué. Nossa, lá em cima, cara. Tem um bagulho ali. Aqui, ó. Interessante. Aqui na frente, tem outro ponto de interesse. Certo. Tá fechado. Outro ponto de interesse aqui embaixo, mano. Tem 2, né? Então. Aqui o quê? Fechado pelo horário. Ah. Dá a volta aqui. Banquinho da praça. Certo. Pra cá. Tem um monte de... Bota aqui embaixo. Tchururururu. Uhum. Então tem que ir. Barbeiro. Ó. Barbeiro. Taylor Atelier. Taylor Atelier. Ah. Fechado, fechado. Aberto. E aqui dentro. Oops.
Excuse me. Damn it. I forgot to turn the key. Sorry, what?
You tell me. What is it?
Esse aqui não tem.
I need some evening wear. Quick.
Good proportions.
Thank you.
Alterations won't take long. Your name and address, sir?
Viktor Shulsky, 9 Green Square.
I'll send a messenger when I'm done. And Mr. Shulsky, if you'll allow me a moment of candor, as it often seems no one dares to address you with it.
Sorry, what?
Go and find yourself a barber in Pavonsky. You look like a troglodyte. Now, I'd like to go to my business.
I won't bother you.
All right.
Sítio barbeiro. Puta merda. Barbeiro é onde? Pra cá. Cemitério, tem coisa no cemitério. Barbeiro. Taylor? What the fuck? Ah, vou ter que... Você tem ponto de interesse. Aqui. E no fundo tem cemitério. Ovalska 7, não sei o que é. Ovalska 7.
Thanks for the sub!
Susto, velho. Viviane Pierce, valeu pelo follow. Bagulho. O bagulho aqui, ó.
Do you call this a proper time for a visit? What's going on?
My name is Viktor Shulsky.
Sir and Madam are already in bed. Come back in the morning like someone respectable.
Fear not, I'm here for Rasputin.
I can sense he's in the drawing room.
Intriguing.
Me.
Is that him?
In the flesh. Allow me to introduce you. My dear hostess, Aniela Nadezhinska, and my dear friend, Viktor Shulsky.
Your father had a beautiful funeral.
Thank you.
My dear, we finished for today. Now I'll find out what brings Victor to us. What brings you here?
But you were the one who phoned.
Very funny.
You look like you've made yourself at home. Are you going to be staying on here for long?
No, I'm afraid not. They're kind people, but I've experienced another vision. Though not fully terrifying, it is troubling.
Will you tell me about it?
Later. What brings you to me?
Why was she looking at me so oddly? What did you tell her about me?
She's never seen a Thaumaturge before. I only mentioned to her how we met. Can I help you at all?
Have you known them long?
No, but Aniela and Lucian are my two good souls. They took me, an impoverished preacher, in under their roof, and I'll never forget that.
Are you helping them too?
I am a balm for Aniela's frazzled nerves. But enough of that. Tell me what you need.
No, I won't bother you. We can talk next time.
The Nardazinski door is always open to you.
Isso é maravilhoso. É maravilhoso. De ter esse aqui embaixo. Porra. Barbeiro.
Come in.
Please set my hair to rights.
Yes, sir.
É que da hora.
I'm sorry. I don't usually talk to clients. Well,
I'm not sure.
But
Vamos. Aí. Da hora, velho.
I'm sorry. I don't usually talk to clients. Do you like it?
Yes, you're talented.
Years of practice. My clients are always satisfied.
Eu posso trocar.
The talkative gentleman. Sit down, please.
Please set my hair to rights.
Yes, sir.
Assim mesmo, né? Ah, mas esse aqui tá bom.
I'm sorry. I don't usually talk to clients. Do you like it?
Yes, you're talented.
Years of practice. My clients are always satisfied.
There. Esse foi o mausoléu. Vamos voltar para cá. Aqui, ó. Pum, pum, pururum, pum, pururum. Nossa, fui para lá em cima. Tá fechado, tá fechado. Dun, dun. Olha o detalhe no falar dele.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
I see you went to a barber. That's something at least.
Recently I met a bearded guy who's not especially fussy about his appearance. And yes, people welcome him everywhere with open arms anyway.
Maybe he's a natural charmer. I've heard that can get you into the Imperial even without a tailcoat.
Very funny.
Are you getting dressed so we can go, or have you changed your plans?
Yes, let's go and see if I do fit in.
In that case, I'll go get changed too. Look at you. And here I worried I was the only one who looked good in trousers. Very chic choice.
We can switch places. I look better than you do, all in all.
That I'd like to see. You think Papa would be mad that we're going to a party right after his funeral?
I hope so.
Victor.
He could have kept from losing the Black Grimoire. Are we ready?
Yes, the carriage is waiting.
Welcome to the Imperial Hotel. How may I help you?
Ligia Szulska, here on the invitation of Svetlana Rumiantseva.
Yes, we are expecting you, of course. The soiree is taking place in apartment 237, second floor. I wish you a thrilling and successful evening.
I'm impressed. How did you sort that out?
Our name still means something. Let's do our best to keep it that way, all right?
Vixe.
Who are you, my golden slithering friend?
Victor? Victor. Victor! Can you hear me?
Yes. Of course.
These people are just waiting for us to put a foot wrong, understand? We're walking into the Viper's Den, brother.
I'm going to hang around here a little longer. I'll meet you upstairs.
See you there.
As pessoas dependem.
Well, well, someone new. Good evening.
Good evening, Viktor Szulski.
Irina Orlova of those Orlovs. This is Natalia Obolenskaya, and this strangely quiet soul is our delightful Sofia Skawan.
Irina is exaggerating. Nice to meet you, Mr. Szulski.
The Governor General's daughter herself. How do you do?
What can you tell us?
How are you enjoying yourselves?
We can't complain. Seeing as we're debutantes, we're getting a lot of attention.
Really?
Maybe you'll tell us something about yourself.
I suspect you want to hear more about the book.
We've never met a Thaumaturgist before. To tell the truth, I didn't believe they existed.
A Thaumaturge. Don't worry. But now you do.
Well, it depends on what kind of trick you show us, Mr. Shulsky.
I need to slip away for a moment.
Oh no, what a shame.
What did we come here for? These soirees are for old people.
Good evening. May I?
Please, we're not discussing anything consequential.
Keep on worrying about yourselves. I intend to make the most of this evening.
See, I told you he was in love. Miss Scowan is out of your league, my friend.
To say nothing of her father.
Voltei.
Old Scowan and I are practically on first-name terms now. You'll see.
I'm sure.
So, one eye-catching girl has already got an admirer. What does that leave us, Maxime?
Not much. The dull, the silly, or, well, the old.
En parlant de Ligia Shulska, she just passed this way.
Pigs will fly before someone fancies her.
She'd actually prefer Sophia Scowan, according to what I've heard. Well, what do you think?
Infatuation.
My name is Viktor Shulsky.
Well, there we have it.
And I don't like what I just heard, especially about my sister.
And, what are you going to do about it?
Pardon me, gentlemen. I promised that I would be well behaved tonight.
Lunatic.
Nossa, eu vou dar umas pods esses filha da mãe. Ah, é? Consigo fazer alguma coisa aqui?
I've heard a certain secret. Do you want to hear it?
Come now, we won't tell anyone.
Elito, você primeiro adquirir isso aqui, ó.
Or maybe I shouldn't.
Do you like being a tease?
Forgive me, ladies, for teasing you like this. Here's the secret.
Come on, we're dying to know.
Someone was recently playing with a lock on one of the gilded cages. wondering what would happen if all the birds escaped captivity. And I know for certain it was one of you.
Sophia, that sounds like you. Admit it.
And now what will happen to us, Mr. Shulsky?
In exchange for my discretion, I need another secret of yours. That's the only way to keep everyone in check.
What should I choose?
Our fathers don't know we're here. There you are.
How naughty. None of your fathers know?
None, especially not Sophia's. Otherwise, he wouldn't have let her come.
I'm very satisfied with this trade.
And what now?
I need to slip away for a moment.
We should go as well. We've really forgotten ourselves around you.
That's nice to hear, but I understand. The soiree won't wait.
I hear Rumyantseva has invited a real medium.
Will there be ghosts? That I'd like to see.
Defesa debutentes. Sofia. Madame Samira. Sergei. Pá, pá. Opa. Pá. Leve, hein? O que a gente pode fazer aqui? Sponsor. Nossa, o tanto de bicho, velho. Nossa. Muito. Nossa. Fortuna. Dois pontos. Isso aqui dá adrenalina. Dois pontos, tá? Nossa, são... São... 11. Ó. Da hora, ó. Interessante. Mapinha. Será que eles vão falar alguma coisa? Deixa eu ver. Não dá, ó. Tem que ter level do bagulho. Nossa, porrada nesses caras aqui. Não tem uma coisa não. Tem que subir aqui. Tchá, 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 tchá.
Mr. Shulsky?
I didn't expect to see you here, of all places.
You don't know how very flattering that is. And what brings you to the Imperial?
The cream of Warsaw society is here, so I thought it would be worth showing my face.
With a name like yours, I'm sure you fit right in. After all, someone must have invited you.
The friend of a friend of a friend is throwing this party, so you might say I know the hostess.
Rumyantseva herself? Look at you.
And who invited you?
The friend of a friend of a friend. What are you hoping for this evening?
Who knows? Maybe I'm keeping an eye out for the future Mrs. Shulska.
Best of luck. You'll need it, since Lygia ended up with the entire inheritance.
How do you know all these things?
People talk, I listen. That's all.
And what are you doing here, Mr. Konieczkin?
I'm passing the time.
Ah, curious hobby.
I'm simply interested in people.
Do you know these,
Meio baixo o bagulho do jogo, né? Meio baixo o áudio. Ó. 100%, tá? Só se for acessibilidade, ó. Aí, velho.
Well?
They're not hard to figure out. A gang of none-too-bright layabouts, chasing amusement after amusement after amusement.
Do you feel part of that gang?
I'm not one of them. And neither are you. Nor was your father.
Who are you, really?
Just someone who wants to enjoy himself at a party.
If I may, there's one question niggling at me. How did you get so many scars?
Why do you ask?
I've heard that Russian officers in training have drunken duels with sabers after hours.
No. A very peculiar custom, if that's true.
So where did those scars come from?
I've led an interesting life.
Who did you say you were to my father?
A trusted acquaintance. I supported him with good advice. Though truth be told, he rarely needed it. Your father had a gift for making good decisions.
Which of my father's decisions would those be?
Ones that were good for your family. Perhaps we'll have the chance to return to this another time. Goodbye, Mr. Shulsky.
Yes, I'm sure.
Aqui, ó. Levando apartamento. Nossa, tem um monte de coisa aqui. Aqui.
Thaumaturge never fails me. There is something here.
Madame Samira. Lydia ainda não. Slevania.
And the general says to him, "Tell us something funny." Then Bautski replies, "General, why don't you shoot a cannon first?"
That's a good one. I'll have to tell it tomorrow at the Orwovs. Who might this be joining our conversation?
You know, sir, your face looks familiar to me.
My name is Viktor Szulski.
Ah, yes, I can see something in your eyes. I was sorry to hear about your father.
I'll see you next time, darling. Wonderful party. See you there.
I think I've offended the creme de la creme of Warsaw.
This is hardly the creme de la creme. How do you find my soirée?
I admit I'm getting reacquainted with the social scene.
You spent a long time traveling, didn't you?
15 years. Over that time, I got used to harsher surroundings.
And believe me, drawing rooms can be just as dangerous as untamed steppes. You've met Anastasia and Marina. What about the others?
How is it being part of the Tsar's court?
It is a blessing and a curse. Forgive me if I do not elaborate.
The crux of the matter is that I'm here because of my father. You knew him.
That doesn't sound like a question. Of course, I was his customer. I truly am sorry for you, both of you. The death of someone close is always a dreadful blow. Please accept my condolences.
Svetlana Petrovna, I must insist. Can you tell me something more about my father?
Mr. Szulski, I assure you we have the most delectable vodka. Besides that, I warmly encourage you to join Madame Samira's séance. It will be an unforgettable experience. I wonder, is that truly everything our soirée can offer you?
I've got no choice but to suffer through tonight.
No need to mince words.
Drink. O bagulho aqui é. Olha a Slevania. Slevania. É aqui fora? Bora. Não. A mulher aqui não é Slevania? Amira.
Good evening.
The energy can't be disrupted.
I saw one of your posters. You look different in it.
Really? The illustration doesn't reflect reality?
How should I take that? No one warned me that I should get in costume for the party.
I beg your pardon.
I'm just noting that you stand out among these boring guests.
Impudent.
Just a bit uncouth, I'd say. Do you know the hostess well?
Will you leave me alone if I say I don't?
No.
Svetlana Petrovna invited me, and I am doing my best to meet her expectations. Let's keep out of one another's way.
Whose soul are you summoning tonight, dear madame?
I only know which one I'd prefer to banish. Shoo!
Maybe my dead father's. If you manage that, it would spare me a lot of trouble.
Now we'll never know.
I will stop disrupting the energy here until I return.
Maybe that's enough. What do you want?
What the fuck?
The trick with entering someone's head. I know one person who can do that.
You're not much of a thaumaturge if you can't. Have you come here to torment me? Unmask me?
I don't see any fun in unmasking you.
So what do you want?
Your siren is quite impressive.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
Madame, you're being impolite. What about a little competition? We'll see who wins.
I'll pass.
Samira Salutor.
I think your idea of pretending to be a medium is fantastic.
It sounds like I impress you.
How many people know?
Is that a threat?
I noticed a wild salutor here. I understand your being here has something to do with him in particular.
Keep your nose out of this.
Why?
Because I'm warning you.
That's not such a ladylike tone, madame. Maybe we should just let the best one catch that salutor.
You mean yourself?
What do you know about this salutor? Do you know its name?
Don't you?
A name doesn't tell us much anyway. All that matters is picking out the person in this crowd with the flaw.
I know perfectly well who carries the flaw. Another reason for you to stay out of it.
The person with the flaw attended the seance, right? So I'm on the right track.
Have you finished?
So should we finish up?
That would be best. And listen to me carefully, Mr. Whatever your name is.
Shulsky, but you can call me Victor.
Now, Mr. Shulsky, you will vanish like a bad dream, and I will get back to work.
Here you are.
Gentlemen, meet my brother.
Viktor Shulsky.
The last Shulsky to wear trousers. You don't know that. Miss Ligia could yet produce an heir to the fortune.
Maybe even with me, if she doesn't tell my wife.
But let's talk like men. You intend to take over your father's company, correct?
First, I suggest you mind your own business. Your marriage, for instance. Perhaps Louisa isn't the ninny you take her for.
I beg your pardon?
Hasn't it occurred to you that when you leave her at home, she might also take advantage of her solitude?
What are you suggesting?
You've got a cuckold's horns. Was I being too subtle?
I suppose it's true what they say about you.
Yes? What's that?
You've lost your mind.
Admitir provavelmente. Não.
Thank you. I've worked long and hard at that.
Good luck with your business, miss.
I almost feel sorry for them.
Have I crossed the line?
Nonsense. Any progress with Svetlana?
I've taken a long, deep look at Samira. She's no medium. Samira is a thaumaturge on the hunt.
On the hunt?
Madame has spotted a salutor that's attached to one of the guests.
What kind of salutor?
Remember those fairy tales Mother used to read us? And the legend of the golden snake?
Yes, Veles.
Yes. I'm glad you're here.
Are you also hunting for him?
I admit I like to have him. I haven't made up my mind.
Be careful.
I am. That's why I haven't made up my mind. Unfortunately, Svetlana doesn't want to breathe a word of it.
I'm sure she doesn't trust you. In company like this, that speaks well of her.
Why the cold shoulder, Ligia?
I've never liked her. Her manner gets under my skin. I've heard she's a dreadful schemer.
I'd better change the subject. Sofia Skawan, the Governor General's daughter. Do you know her?
No, and I don't suggest you make her acquaintance either. Skawan can't stand thaumaturges.
Guess who I ran into again? All mysterious and carved up.
Ivan Konieczkin?
What do you know about him?
Not much. He was an acquaintance of Papa's. Well, in theory, it's thanks to him that we're here.
What? Ligia?
I know that nothing comes for free, but he really didn't want anything.
Yeah, he looks like a real altruist. You enjoying yourself in this Viper's den?
The vodka is quite tolerable. I'm observing my own brother taking out his anger on ordinary mortals.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going. I felt something. Where is it? I was looking for you.
Do you smoke, Mr. Shulsky?
I've quit.
In light of our approaching conversation, why don't we dispense with the pleasantries? Call me Svetlana.
Victor.
Ask.
The burned note. Who sent it? I only sensed underhanded kindness.
Da, the Ochrana. I don't know which one of them exactly, if that's what you're asking. I've worked hard at it.
When did you receive this note?
A few weeks ago, back before your father.
I see. You two had an affair.
Two grown-up, lonely people found momentary comfort in each other's arms. But romance wasn't behind that relationship. It was just that we were both looking in the same direction.
What do you mean by looking in the same direction? That large travel chest. You changed your mind
About whether or not to pack. Right then, I wanted to escape badly, but that would have had its own consequences. In this game of false appearances, I'm the best.
I still don't know how this lovely note ended up in your hands. But in addition, I found a lovely strings of pearls, and on it, your feelings of guilt.
Your power is terrifying. Do you know that?
I hoped you might know something about the Black Grimoire. My father left it to me in his will, but the grimoire has gone missing.
No. And the collapsed building? Have you been there?
Not yet.
However, how hard it is, you should check there. It will give you more understanding than all the investigators put together. My dear boy, I know nothing about Stanisław's book. I'm sorry, but I can't help you there.
Olha, ela tem um bagulho ali.
But I will not let you leave empty-handed.
Ela deve ter um bagulho também.
I strongly believe that there's one place you ought to visit.
O bagulho vermelho.
What you find there belongs to you.
Thank you.
Water letter. Indi outra pessoa falou do solo do Sisk. Ixi. Big Snake, hein? Eita pega.
Veles. Don't run away.
Splendid ladies, distinguished gentlemen, the hour is at hand. With lights dimmed and the curtains drawn, the souls of the dead slowly gather among us. On their command, I will give the chosen among you a tarot card as your invitation to the table.
For you, sir?
Examinar o card.
Fool. Our dear madame is fooling around and thinks you can scare me off. I'm done wasting time on this.
Let us gather in secret ritual. Let's not keep the souls waiting too long. Let us also make every effort together not to spoil their visit.
Acho que pessoa do Flowers. 23, velho. Nossa senhora. Três.
Did I see that you've met this Madame person?
I'm going.
Ache Percival Seek. É que é mais de 3, mano. Nossa, eu não tenho mais de 3. O Mind. Ah. Esse bagulho aqui, ó. Perception. Immersion, Perception. Sofia.
Mr. Shulsky, may I have a word?
How can I help?
My friends and I are just plain Truth Order, and now it's my turn. Won't you dazzle me with your powers?
Oh.
And how might my powers prove useful to you, miss?
Well, rather than truth, a dare sounds good to me. It involves finding out my comrades' secrets, Irina, Maxim, or Sergei. The trick is that you're cleverer at it than I am.
I accept.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Let me see what I can find. Will any secret do?
Any. I'll wait anxiously for your return.
I'll take a look around.
Vibrador secreto. Tem outra coisa, hein? É. Aqui.
They're getting impatient. What have you found out?
Nossa. Nossa. Shiririna, segredo revelar o Maxim Secret, Tel Segredo Secret, Givimonia, Sofia. Peraí. Sofia está impaciente.
En parlant de secrets, I found your fan.
Oh, and I was just thinking that I hadn't remembered where I'd left it.
Very interesting. The fan revealed to me that you dropped it on purpose.
Oh, you've got me. I was hoping the right person would find it. And here we are. It worked.
Oh, I was wondering where you'd gone off to.
You know Sergei, don't you?
We're already acquainted.
Mr. Shulsky and I have completed my extra difficult dare together.
At your service.
Now, time for truth.
Vixe.
Are you seeing anyone?
Sofia. Escalon.
My heart is already taken.
I was counting on a different response.
Mr. Shulsky, our time is up. Sophia and I must leave for the seance. Madame is waiting.
Thank you once more.
See you. Therefore, Velis chased Sofia Skawan and her floor here. She seemed like such an innocent girl, didn't she? It's no coincidence she focused on me. After all, old Skawan hates Thaumaturges. The little scamp. If I want to discern that little schemer's flaw, I'll have to join that sepulchral table. Either her scheming or her jealous knight in shining armor will help me identify her flaw. I hope her father doesn't find out.
Sofia. Mas antes eu vou aqui fora. É que os caras ainda estão aqui? Que eles sapatos estão não, né? Filhos da mãe. Nossa, mais de 3, cara. Todo mais de um aqui, ó. Força de mind. Força do coração.
Shulsky, don't play with me.
I'll disappear. For now.
Sometimes it's good to let things go and leave other people in peace. For your...
I think I'll take up this gauntlet.
Aqui vamos lutar. Pera aí. Não. Outra vez aqui.
Maybe
Now.
I'll...
É, só tem essa opção agora.
Is this seat free?
The energy is dissipating. Ladies and gentlemen, I am losing contact with these souls.
Well, it was the souls that chose me after all.
It's true. The gentleman has a card.
Let us lay our hands on the table. Let us allow our minds to liberate themselves from our bodies toward the edges of the world as you know it.
Are you thinking of someone exceptional whom you wish to summon?
That's exactly the sort of person I had in mind.
Oh, is it a long-lost love?
Rather a future delightful acquaintance.
Leave her alone.
Cara, tá com ciúme.
Sergei, this has nothing to do with you.
Dear guests, I implore you, the souls!
Nossa! Nossa! Não dá. Que tal Sergei?
Is that jealousy I hear?
Stand here, right now!
I accept the challenge right now.
Oh my god.
Focus on someone you want to make contact with.
Eu não achei essa paradinha aqui, ó.
Would a duel make you happy, miss? Between this poor man and me?
Are you all going to fight now?
Choose a location.
A duel over me would be truly beyond exciting.
Yes, I think so too.
Don't you dare! You were supposed to stay away. I was supposed to leave here with Velis. All that work for nothing.
Chances igual.
Tell me, what don't I understand?
Do you know who she is? Who her father is?
This isn't my first time. I'll free her from her flaw. I know how to end this.
You're right. Sophia Skawan was meant to have her flaw removed, discreetly. But I suppose it's too late for that, isn't it?
All right, take Veles. He's yours.
Keep him. It's not him I was after, fool. What's done can't be undone. Sophia Skawan is now the center of the scandal. I hope we don't all come to regret it.
Oh my god. Ferrou, hein? Tem mais alguma coisa pra mexer aqui? Tem não, hein, velho? Nossa, tem um pó. Fudeu. O que eu vou usar? Mano, vou usar ele. Uso focos. Nossa, ele deu o cara do tiro, filha da mãe. Tirar o foco de um e descer a porrada no outro. Tirou um foco. Tirou outro foco. Ah, tem que tirar foco só. Nossa, você vai tomar uma porrada, filha da mãe. Era. 10, velho. Vai ter que dar porrada nele, velho. 17, 21. Pô, a força dele. Nossa. Já era. Se parecer outro, tô lascado, né, cara? Nossa, 3, velho. Ah, tem como não, velho. Pelo amor de Deus. Ah, ele tá perdendo ali. É um blend, né? Ah, mano, sacanagem, velho. Não recupera HP. Quero restaurar o meu HP. Restaurar HP. Qual que é? Essa daqui. Não! Nossa, você tem que recuperar HP. 13. Para ponto. Meu amigo. Vai, me recupera a ponta, vai. Me recupera o HP, por favor. Recupera HP. Recupera HP, recupera HP. Sacanagem, né, velho? Sacanagem, mano. Nossa senhora, voltou muita coisa, eu não acredito. Esqueci de salvar, não acredito. Ah, ainda bem que voltamos pra cá. Seguinte. Tem que dar dano. Isso aqui recupera meu HP. Doze. Dois. Toma. Ó. Vou reduzir. Aí eu ataco. Toma. Parte desabilitada. Filha da mãe, velho. Morda Mage. Doce. Me dá 2 de dano. Boa, boa. 2 é boa. Vou atacar, mano. Senão tá lascado. Aqui. Vai. Mais dano. Essa porra. Toma. 8. 12. 2 de dano. Nossa senhora, 2. A pistola dela. Precisa 4. Reduzação dela. Ah, nada a ver, mano. Tem que atacar, só atacar mesmo. Taca, 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 taca. Comprei 11, boa. Shhh. 28. Mano. Vai. Já foi. Tem que tirar os efeitos negativos, senão eu tô lascado. Mais 2. Toma debuff. Nossa, tô com 21 de vida. Nossa senhora. Já foi. Falta só você, safado. Me ataca não, porra. Comprei meu HP, tô com 4 de HP. Ah, morri. Como, velho? Como? Sacana, velho. Sentido. Coloquei as skills tudo upada. Ó. Vai ver, desgraçado. Esse daqui que vai atacar primeiro. Aqui, ó. Se eu fizer isso, depois meter isso aqui. Boa força. Taca nele. Dez. Ah, é? Nossa. Muito forte. Agonia 3, hein? Nossa. Sacana, né? Agora você vai ver que da hora. Retira você. Ah, vai se foda, velho. Os caras estão me dando muito blend. Como, velho? Puta que pariu. Recupera nem ferrando, velho. Menos falta só um agora, hein? Ai, 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 nossa, velho. 4, velho. Pelo amor de Deus, cura. Agora ou nunca, hein? Toma. Agora ou nunca. Pronto, ganhei.
Just wait until Rasputin sees you. Then you'll stop fighting me.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this evening the souls were particularly restless.
The souls have now told me everything I needed to hear.
And you, sir, what can you tell us?
Os caras tá sua. Resultado da decisão da parte. E você não abriu por causa da Pride.
Sergei, please wait a moment.
Mr. Shulsky, there are only so many humiliations a gentleman can tolerate. I have reached my limit. Congratulations to you both.
I can see I won't convince you. I have to explain myself. It was me who provoked the whole situation. Sergei didn't have anything to do with it.
But what was all this for?
What's going on here? The guests are complaining, and with good cause, I see. We're terminating this disaster.
One moment. First, Mr. Shulsky will explain himself.
I'm part of the upper crust, just like you. Could it be that plotting suddenly isn't much fun when it's targeted at you?
Have you destroyed me for the sake of a bit of fun?
Sofia, not everything revolves around you.
How dare you!
Young lady, we will gladly explain this in the forecourt. Will the gentleman with a book be leaving peacefully, or should we show him out?
No need, I can make it to the door. Madame, honored guests.
Victor, don't scare me like that.
Mr. Shulsky, are you alright?
I think it's time for us to go.
I'll snug us a carriage.
You'll have a hard time at this hour. I'll drop you off.
See, you can always count on Mr. Konieczkin.
Victor.
Fica o pau mind.
That's very polite.
Mind. Mind, né? Mente.
Thank you for an interesting evening. What?
I didn't say anything.
Fine.
Sleep well. I'll come back in the morning.
You're going out? Where?
To get rid of my pain. Oh my, that sure is noisy. Oh.
Calma aí, pô. Ó. Mind 2. Aqui, ó. Master Hacker Help. Mind 2. Isso aqui é o que? Hurt. Dimension. Skill Upgrade, ó. Skill Upgrade, Dimension, Força de Dimensão.
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Victor?
Speaking.
Victor, Uncle Sasha here. How are you? Have you visited your old stomping ground yet?
Is there any specific reason why you're calling me?
I need your help, boy. It's a very delicate matter. Are you able to find a moment for your uncle?
All right. So where should we meet?
Remember where I took you kids for donuts?
I do.
Let's meet there. Maybe we can reminisce about the old days. Better days. See you then, Victor. Thank you.
Vá para Rasputin, velhos. O que mais temos aqui? Tem nada, hein? Um garden aqui. Bota o bagulho aqui, ó. Peles, Shirin. Dois pontos aqui que eu não sei onde usar. Eu sei, né? Esse cara quer, mano. Nossa, um monte de quest aqui. Bem, quest não. Talk Graver. Nossa, quest pra caralho, velho. Não, vou fazer essas porra aqui tudo. Cemitério aqui, ó. Cemitério. Ponto de interesse. Tem um aqui, ó. Ponto de interesse. Vamos ver aqui. Olha lá, pera aí. Ponto de interesse aqui.
Hello.
Indeed, fanciable.
Up close, I would even say a solid 8, wouldn't you?
I don't know. We'll see when he turns around.
May I ask what you ladies are doing?
What everyone does. We're evaluating.
A solid 8?
You know, on a scale from 1 to 10, you look quite spiffy, sir.
Why are you schmoozing with some sucker who's already suited and booted for his own funeral? And you, lousy fop, got an itch in looking for some philandering at the Marble Orchard, are you?
6, 5.
0. There's nothing here for you. Mr. 8 got some you-know-what, so he caught our eye. And vice versa, I can tell.
Get ready for some shellacking, lads. We got a dandy looking for some extra ventilation. And, as luck would have it, not too far from the orchard either.
Sir, you have the unique opportunity of becoming a 10.
Cara, tem muito HP, velho. Puta merda. Onze. Tem essa daqui, ó. Dá pra usar. Nossa, os caras estão me descendo a lenha. Toma. Perde a defesa. Pega. Três. Pega, mano. Babacas. O barbeiro safado, né?